And welcome back into My Chamber TV. Barbara Marville here with attorney Deborah Diaz. I could sit and talk with you all day long because law fascinates me. And just before we took another little quick break, we were talking about what made you become a lawyer. And I'm always fascinated to ask people when they go into a particular profession if there's some kind of little inkling when they're a child. And you said something that you were your mom called you the great debater.
My mom called me the great debater. Always an argument on the other side, can see how to negotiate something or just give a reason why I should or shouldn't do something.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, your website, we can go to your website and see different articles. Can you share a little bit about what's in your blog and what the articles are about? Because I think it's great to educate people.
Yes, I like to give that free education to the public. It's my blog is website is DeborahDiazLaw.com. Many articles. One of my most recent articles is the top 25 things not to do during a divorce. Very applicable to ongoing litigation. So it's some tips on how to handle yourself through litigation. I have some articles on parenting plans and what they are and how they affect the time sharing when you're going through a paternity case or a divorce with children. Some articles on equitable distribution, pets, who gets the pet, and pets under Florida law are treated as personal property, so there's some tips on what to do to show that chain of ownership on our furry friends, that, because anyone that has a furry friend doesn't really view them as personal property. It's a family,
but kids.
Right, but under Florida law, they're viewed as personal property and subject to equitable distribution. So some of the same things, the analysis, whether marital, was it premarital, purchased, who purchased, and things like that.
So these are things. There is so much to think about when you're doing that split.
There's a lot. I've got a good article on prenuptial agreements too, premarital agreements, and those can be useful. I know we talk about, and it is important to have romance and be romantic, but many times we're dealing in a society with a lot of second and third marriages, and there's adult children involved and maybe assets, and you want maybe protect. Sometimes people want to protect those for their adult children, so you want to clear up front what's going to happen in the event.
Absolutely.
Of the divorce. And if you have it clear up front, most likely you won't get a divorce.
Isn't that the truth? Do you do a lot of prenuptials?
I do a fair amount of prenuptial agreements, yes.
I'm just curious, because my husband, or my son and I, who is single, and we have these crazy conversations, and we were talking about prenuptials while dating and prenuptials for anything, because there's so much baggage out there.
There is. Well, sure, and there's these think about it, the celebrities have these agreements when they date people. They want confidentiality agreements that they're not disclosing things that went on in the relationship. That's a contract between the parties. So very, very relevant, and can have some uses to people that are public figures or in the high up in the corporate, and maybe they want to keep things confidential.
Wow!
And not air their dirty laundry.
I know, boy. You're bringing up things that
there's so much to think about, and it's always good. I say, it's always good. You talk to someone, find out what the rights are. Go to someone that knows the law, and then you make a fully informed decision about whatever it is you choose to do.
Right, exactly. When you're meeting couples for the very first time, and I would never put you on the spot because I know you're very, you have to follow Florida law and everything, but I'm just thinking, excuse me, I'm very happily married. I did go through a divorce after 28 years. I never thought of any of these things because I knew that I had done everything I could on my part, and the same with my children, and they knew it was just a better family arrangement for us to just be the three of us. And I never thought of some of these things. Do you have people? Is it an optional thing for them to go through a little bit of counseling or something to make sure that I don't mean to sound ignorant, but this is an honest, sincere question.
Well, I never meet with a couple that's going through a divorce. It's one of the parties, because I don't want to have a conflict. I only can adequately represent one of the spouses. And I'm always counseling, because it's attorney and counselor at law, that's what I like to say, asking, have you done everything? Have you tried counseling? Is there anything that you think would repair this marriage or could help it? help it in any way. Because under our statute, if the marriage is irretrievably broken, the parties will be granted a divorce.
Sure.
But again, we want to look to, there'll be what's going to happen to the property. But you can get a divorce without having to go into all the sordid details.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll tell you, it's one of those things where, gosh, you just have to really know what you're doing. As I look back over the years, I mean, mine was okay. I had no regrets because I did do all that, trying everything, keeping everybody together. And sometimes it's just not worth it, and when it's time.
Yeah.
It's time to go. So what are the fun things that you do besides your practice?
I love to be out on the water.
Do you?
I have a jet ski and a boat. My me time, my downtime is I'll take my jet ski and go for a ride and go out to Anclote around the islands or go down to Clearwater. I
Good
think
for
nothing
you.
about out there by myself and just going. Sometimes my significant other will go with me, but sometimes he doesn't feel like it, and that's okay. Sure. We both have jet skis, and I
Good
can go
for
myself.
you.
Sometimes I take friends with me or not, but if not, that's okay. I have Boat US. I have my cell phone.
Good
I know
for
how to
you.
save myself if something happens.
I love it. Well, you know what? I mean, this is high-powered job you have.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm really proud to hear you say that you do take me time.
You have to.
That's wonderful.
You have to. Highly
Good for
stressed,
you.
and you have to. Anyone that does, you have to take some time to recharge.
You do, and that come right back in the office,
Yes,
and
and come
you're
back,
recharged.
yeah.
That's
Yes.
wonderful. So you've been a member of the Trinity Odessa Chamber for how long?
Almost from the beginning.
Yeah?
I'm a charter advisor member. Yes, I'm also serving shortly afterwards, after a few months, going into their second year. I'm on their board of directors, and I'm also an ambassador.
Oh, that's fabulous. So what's your take on being a member of the chamber? What would you say to other people that are thinking of joining the chamber?
Really exciting that it connects commerce to community. So businesses, we're a growing community. I think in anything you have to evaluate what's going to be good for your business. And again, it's how active you are and what you can do. But if you can be involved, it's great. We have our great To Connect magazine that's mailed to over 16,000 homes. A lot of good information, good articles in there, nice directory of members. And there tries to be some good educational things in there. We do lunch and learns and breakfast meetings for members that are offering how to get the most out of our chamber website. If you checked out the Trinity Odessa Chamber website, it's phenomenal. You can be found sometimes because people are on the chamber website, you can be found ahead of time. You know how everything's search engine related.
Yes.
And so you get your website on there, so it's picked up. So that Trinity Odessa Chamber, with all of it hits, it helps your website.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of pluses. You can
great.
advertise as a member. You can advertise in the To Connect magazine.
And I did go to the Trinity Odessa, and I was absolutely able to get everything I needed when I went to call you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yes, what I said, everything you can as a member. You can upload your logo, some business information. You're in the list. You're listing a couple times. So it's a really good website. So there's really a lot of good pluses for being a member of the chamber.
That's fabulous. Well, I'm so glad that you came on the show today.
I'm so glad you asked me. It's exciting.
I know, it is, and we're going to definitely have to have you come back because we've been doing this show now for a good couple of years. We just had our 2-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and we're getting more. And we're like the best kept secret right here.
You are a best kept secret. That's it.
Yeah.
I think I only realized it a few months ago.
Yeah.
So it's good.
It's awesome. Well, good luck in your family practice. You're a delight, and I'm so glad that we had a chance to meet and come on our My Chamber TV. And we do have Gigi coming up right after this, so we're going to take a brief little time out and let Miss Deborah get back to her job, and we'll see you back in just a few. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.